Greetings, family, and welcome to another episode of Ask Dr. Mumbi. My name is Dr. Mumbi Saraki. How you doing? How's everything going? I really do pray, family, that you are very well in absolutely all your ways and that you're moving into living life in your own terms, in your own narrative, that you have stepped out of being baby fed your reality and you are now even developing the foods and the everything you need to feed yourself in this reality, to feed yourself information, to fill yourself up with spirit, to feed yourself with the right emotions, to feed yourself with power words, to order and direct your reality. And, we've been crippled for so long, family, to not do this for ourselves. But this is something I'm actually going to get into on Dr. Mumbi Spirituals. That's what I'm naming Dr. Mumbi Spiritual Show now. So definitely make sure you're subscribed to that channel, family. And today's topic is extremely important, and it's something I hinted at in the Diddy video. So if you haven't seen the Diddy video, definitely go check that out, family. And it's about what is happening right now. You see, we are in a season and a time which among the Agekoyo, we call it the Itueka. And that basically means the spiritual handing over of the leadership baton from one generation to another. And usually back in our times, in the ancient of days, when we ruled and reigned, it was a very smooth and natural process. And the leaders of the new age would be trained for long seasons and times. Now, when we came to the Greek Empire, the Roman Empire, and all these things, we saw them going through a natural collapse where they rose up to greatness, and then all of a sudden, a season and a time came and they collapsed, and there was no transition to a new dispensation. Although some could argue Rome has been in charge ever since, family, and that is why where we are. But we have reached the end of an age, and a new age is beckoning all of us. A new age is actually literally overlaying this age. A new matrix is overlaying this false matrix. But what we're witnessing, and this is something that has never been witnessed before, family, is that the powers, the rulers of this age, the rulers of the darkness of this age, the high wickedness or the wickedness in high places are refusing to spiritually release the world to this new dispensation. They are doing everything to kill, to assassinate, to poison, to depopulate, basically to try and eradicate the new rulership of the world, family. And what is happening physically is reflective of the kind of spiritual warfare that is happening over these lands, over this dimension, at this place and time. Because those who have cloaked themselves as the Mzungu primarily, whether you want to call them reptilians, whether you want to call them demons, whether you want to call them the devil, Satan, Luciferians, the Cabal, there's many names for them. They are refusing to hand over the instruments of the rulership of the world. The few they have, because they never got a hold of all of them. The few they have, they are refusing to hand those over. And instead, they are literally destroying the world so that the new rulers will find like a scorched earth, or they won't be able to come into place. But that is not how this works, family. But this is a very serious spiritual war. And we must open our spiritual eye, our first eye, to truly see what is going on. And it is a matter of survival. It's not just about life and death. Death is easy compared to being dragged. Because you see, the false matrix that these guys put over our world has actually morphed into a proper false matrix reality. And while these guys have to go, there is no way about it. The chapter is already closed. It's like there's no way for them to resuscitate, to come back, to put us back in a time loop, to pull us into other dimensions, to warp realities, to extend their time. Their time is up. But if you don't recognize that their time is up and you're not still, and you don't just be still amongst all the chaos, then they will manage to convince you to give your soul power, your God power, and your life force to fuel their false matrix. Because the new dispensation is here, the new royalty is here. The new royalty cannot be killed, they're immortal. The messiahs of this age, I told you, there will be a female messiah. That's the whole thing they've been trying to hide. She cannot be taken out. Neither can be the return of the Great One. I really hate to refer to him as Yeshua because he has come as so many. It's literally just a God amongst men, an actualized God. A God with a big G. And there are many messiahs, teachers, healers, preachers who have come in to help with this transition, because the transition we're going into is the 1,000 years of the golden age. But I've been seeing stories here and there of how people keep saying we're going into the dark ages. These are the loops. These are the time loops that they're trying to get people to go into. Because the one thing that Babylon controls, it's not even the physical, because Mama Nature cannot be overpowered. Mama Nature will always return. She will always resurrect. She is immortal. She knows no beginning or end. Nothing can ever destroy her because they did not even create her. So how? She is indestructible. When they poison her, they poison their own reality. They remove her spirit from that place, and with it all this beauty. The plants, the life, the birds, But we're in a very tricky season, family, where the most important thing is for you to work on your consciousness, to work on your healing. It's the things I've been saying over and over. I know I sound like a broken record, family, but literally that is the most important thing you can do so that you can raise your mind the way you're thinking. Get out of those jealousy, envy, criticism, that he, she, do any duality in your mind. Rise above that so that when this false matrix collapses, the duality in your mind doesn't pull you down with it. But those are stories for other days. Tuko pamoja.